All right, welcome back to the Nonagonal Numbering System. This is part 3. So where we left off was looking at kind of the difference between the two, right? Coming up with 111 hertz, 111, and then 2-1. Put an exclamation point next to that. Let me zoom in for you. You can see. And moving on, we want to take 528 from 417. Right? We put the 41700. You can see again 111 reduces to 3. To the next one, we're looking at the difference between 639 and 528. So we subtract them. What? That's interesting, right? Reduces to 3. Continue on, we get to the next one. This is interesting. 741 and a 639 underneath that to subtract them. We get an interesting number, and at this point I'd like to go back to the very beginning and show you how the 0 really does exist. And we're going to put it in now. It's been there the whole time. It's just been hiding. It wasn't needed. And now we're going to get a hint, right? Because we do this math right here. We're going to find out that the difference is actually 1, 0, 2. Now over here it was 2, 1, right? And again the 0, now the 0 is kind of put, and we've seen for the first time this number 10 by increasing. If the 0 was just here and it moved over, right? Introduction to the 0, right? So let's move on. Again, reduces to 3. Still interesting. So we're going to put an exclamation point by that one. Maybe you can start to see Tesla's pattern coming out of here. And a little direction in this nonagon. So let's take and find the difference between 852 and 741. And you guessed it. 1, 1, 1. 963, right? 852. What is the difference? You guessed it. 1, 1, 1. So the vortex-based mathematics community has done a lot of calculations on this nonagon. And I think they just fail to recognize that the pattern exists on the outside as well. And you could see once we start to understand 3, 6, 9s, we can start to see how energy moves. Like if we were just to speculate right now that let's say 3s are going to move in a counterclockwise rotation, right? And that the 6s are going to move in a clockwise rotation. And that the 9s are going to move, like Tesla said, in some weird triangle plus minus. But to geometry, right? Who knows? Who knows? We might get there. So we've created this idea of being able to subtract to add, reducing numbers down to their core 3, 6, 9. And we can start to see there's all kinds of patterns that start to come out. Just comparing frequencies. Now we could start to compare. Well, we know we could compare these two frequencies, right? We could compare these two frequencies. We could determine what the frequency of this is. It a 3, 6, or a 9, right? Well, let's just keep going and let's see if we can again perfect the use of this 0, right? You can see here we've gotten to the end at the end of our nonagon, right? We're here at node position 9. If we try to subtract these two, I think we get like 7, 8, 9, which reduces to a 6. So that's interesting. It's like there is definitely a break point here. But this is the beginning of our frequency scale, and this is the end. So if we were to imagine this as 3 dimensions, we've been increasing in amplitude, right? With our frequencies have been going up. And 852, and so now we want to keep going up, right? We want that spiral to just keep going up until infinity, right? So So let's see, this is 111 has been an interesting number. And rather, you know, than just end it, let's add this 111 to 0963. Let's add it. Because that's, remember, we're subtracting, but we're also adding, right? If we were to take 741 and add 111, we would get to 852. And if we were to add 111, we would get to 963, right? This is why I kind of put these in their own kind of addition and subtraction. So let's take 963 and just add 111 for giggles. What do we get? Well, wouldn't you know, this 0, which was hidden away, suddenly moves one place to the right, giving us the number 1074. Well, that's interesting. 1 plus 0 is still 1. And plus 7 plus 4, we're still a 3 node. Right? The 10 has now come into existence. We had a hint that the 0 was gonna do something here. And now we've seen that the 0 was here the whole time, and it's moved into its place and caused this frequency to increase by 111. So we go, okay, well, let's keep going, right? Plus 111, right? Now we get this number, 1185, right? This is plus 111. Well, it's interesting, 1 plus 1 is still 2, right? 85 and 85 haven't changed. Let's keep going. Plus 111. You guessed it. 1, 2, 9, or 6. 2 plus 1 is 3. We're on the right track. Look at that. Uh-oh. What do we do now? Let's increase by 21. Okay. We increase by 21, so we plus 21. And we get the number 1317. Interesting, 3 plus 1 is 4. Right? This is not an octave. This is just the scale continuing based on these proportions. Well, we start getting into octaves, thereby taking 174 and doubling it. Well, my friend, that's when all kinds of things change.